jump into something real quick.
Thousands of years ago, the Earth was devastated.
Just a little
by
play
battle
before
between
bedtime.
The gods. It was a war between good
Hope everybody had a great Sunday.
and evil. A war that would decide the fate of the world and plunge it into centuries of darkness. Now, the war is in danger of being fought once again. Only one mortal can stop it.
I remember getting this game from Target. And Target used to sell games in these clamshells. Memory card, password. And I was so excited. Man, I think I had it for $19. It was like this clamshell. It wasn't even in a lock case. It was on the on a pegboard. You know what I mean? That's where games went to die. So much excitement. We got this, then Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Also $20. I was so excited. I put this bad boy in, played for about 10 minutes, and just decided that I didn't need this in my life. It was awful. There was no redeeming qualities. It is not. I mean, the play is horrible. You had to, come on, dude, to turn back around. Garbage, dude. It shouldn't be this difficult. I'm trying to spin back around and face the right direction as I'm fixing to get kicked in my face. There we go. I mean, but this is, about the time Mortal Kombat 4, oh crap, Mortal Kombat 4 and all that was coming out, and they were trying to be super 3D with everything, and it just wasn't working, dude. It wasn't working. This was PlayStation. I mean, this wasn't Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo or, man. And at least part 4 was on the arcade was okay. You know what I mean? At least part 4, I was like, oh, it's not horrible. I don't even remember how to get through there. Was there a run? Dude, I don't even remember. I don't even think there's a run button. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, no, this was absolute garbage. Mortal Kombat 4 was absolutely garbage. The version of this game, which is pretty much the same thing on Nintendo 64, that was also trash. They spent so much time and money trying to make this like fancy and wow. There you go. There you go. God, I wanted my money back. And luckily there was a chick at Target that was so cool. She worked at the returns area. I mean, and I was, you know, young. And I took it back and she's like, "What's wrong with it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's not a good game." And she's like, if there was something wrong with it, I could warrant it out for you. Okay, well, I was like, it freezes. She's like, okay. Ah, come on, dude. And she let me swap it out, and I swapped it out for, I think, Mega Man 8, which I still cherish to this day. But it was Mega Man 8, and it was in a long box, which was pretty crazy. They were clearancing out all those long box games. Like, they had loaded Resident Evil, the Mega Man. What else did they have? They had a bunch of long box games that were clearancing out. They were like $9.99. And I bought 2 long box games for the price of this turd. Garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. The fact that people paid money for this, man. Game settings, difficulty. Let's go. Look at that MK4 preview. You can use weapons. You like pulled out like this huge hammer. It was crazy, man. It wasn't great. Midway. I don't even know if Midway's around anymore, man. They used to be. They used to be when it came down to it. They were. Oof. Well, yeah, it says R2's run. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's skip that. Let's skip that. Yeah, there's so many great, fantastic games for PlayStation 1. There's also a lot of trash on the PS1. Oh. Yep, so those don't do anything, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that's crazy. Yep, we're gonna quit. Then we're starting to get frustrated. Awful, awful game. I feel like though out of the fighting games, man, between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and KI and all that, I feel like Mortal Kombat um, stayed closer to the roots. I feel like it was a consistent 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there was like sub games in there, but then you had like Street Fighter, you had Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha Hyper, Alpha. You know what I mean? Like, and it was more of a money grab on every aspect. Man, I felt like. Like you had Street Fighter 2 and then Street Fighter 2 Turbo and then Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the new, new contestants or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're just putting a little more Shazam on a turd and repackaging it, reselling it. Which sucks, man, because you got kids that couldn't afford difficulty. Let's do very easy so we can manual special combo. Load, load, load. Alright. I just feel like it was a more cohesive flow of a game, you know what I mean? Of a series, of a franchise. And like they had their, just like my stomach making all that noise. You had palette swaps, man. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that look just like Sub-Zero with different colors. You know what I mean? I get it, dude. Like, but Street Fighter they just went so hard on the same person with a different haircut. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, is that a banana peel? That's hilarious. Jade wins. I remember the first time playing this though, dude. It was at a bowling alley that we used to frequent when I was a kid. Not the bowl, because bowling was lame, but we'd go to this bowling alley and hang out. And I'd go with my older brother, who hated me. But when he went out some places, I'd complain, and he'd have to take me with him. Typical brother stuff, right? But go to this bowling alley, man, and dude, watching these guys, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and putting your quarter up on the screen, dude. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. I don't know who this guy is. But yeah, it was so cool, dude. Like, I take the kids to the arcade any opportunity I get. Just kind of like, hey, this is what it used to be like. This is, this is what used to happen. This is how people used to interact. Before. That was pretty lame. Before everybody had a video game machine in their house. Plus, dude, it brought a different level of person out. You know what I mean? Like, you're at the arcade, dude. Like, you put your quarter up on the screen. I just felt like you were accomplishing so much more playing that at the arcade, and you were having more fun at the arcade, and you met new people, and it wasn't you were just playing against your brother, your cousin, or the neighbor kid. You were playing against all these random dudes that were there,
Well done, Cybot.
All these random guys. There was adults, there was kids, you know. And that was cool, man. You got so many different people. Yeah, I remember playing Mortal Kombat, the first one. And I don't know the finisher moves. And noob. Playing the first Mortal Kombat, man, and just getting my butt kicked. And then a dude showed me how to use Kano's spin. You know, you do the circle with the joystick, and then Raiden's back and forth flying thing. And I was just sitting there spamming away, dude. Like, spamming away. And thought I was doing big things. I wasn't. I had some guy, man, I was young. And I had this dude that's probably like 18, 19 years old, threatening to kick my butt, dude. Because I kept spamming, and I kept spamming, and I kept spamming. And I beat him. And he was like, "You're gonna be on the corner," you know, that typical, like, "You're cheating." And I had him in the corner. I wasn't not letting him. Let's see, does it go? Oh yeah, it carried over. That's pretty cool. Yeah, dude, like, just so you know, that's the only fatality like that I'll ever get, because I don't know any of the. Yeah, dude, he was threatening to fight me and talking about he's gonna kick my butt, da da da, and he like pushed me down, and it was crazy. And he was grown. He was not happy that I beat him, and one of the dudes that hung out at the arcade all the time got involved. And he's like, "You're gonna beat up a kid, dog? Like, you're gonna fight a little kid?" Yeah, he was not happy. He got beat up by it. He was getting beat by a kid. And I was just spamming the same move over and over, dude. Like, but that's the point. I wasn't trying to lose. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't put money on down on the game to get your butt kicked, right? So, then I remember Mortal Kombat 2 came. Ugh. And then after that, like, you know, you had things showing up, dude. You had Killer Instinct, and I don't remember the Street Fighter variations showing up. I know, like, the Street Fighter 2 Turbo came out. I remember that, but I don't remember, like, it being a heavy populated, like, Street Fighter cabinet, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember Street Fighter being as big of a thing. I mean, I remember playing it. I remember I put my money up there. I remember, you know, getting my face kicked in by older guys. But I don't remember. And the same thing, man. I was Ryu. I was a Wukinen and Roundhouse kicking and anything to try to stay alive. And I remember having to destroy the car. That I was like, what do I even do? I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, dude. Killer Instinct came out. Killer Instinct was rocking it, dude. Killer Instinct came out, and it was just everybody was freaking out over it, and it was so cool. And the soundtrack was loud, and right about that time, the bowling alley stopped having arcade machines, which was crazy. Oh, that bowling alley, man, I worked there when I got a little bit older, like a teenager, and that bowling alley was trash, dude. They got rid of all their arcade machines and had like the ticket machines for kids. They were more worried about bowlers, making bowlers happy, because that's where all the money's at. And the bowlers would talk about the machines were too loud. Dang. Get out of here. That was actually pretty awesome. Brutality. There was like Babality, Friendship. I remember playing against a dude at Aladdin's Castle? Yeah, at the mall. And that dude, he every finish move, every this, every that, every babality, everything, dude. And he, God, he used to make me so angry. Because he was there all the time. And like my mom would go get her hair done or whatever, and we would go, and you know, we'd be there, and just kind of get dropped off, and we'd go to the arcade. Back before the malls sucked. And this dude had a magazine that he carried with him that had all the moves in it. He was also like 40, bro. He was also like 40, and he was the king of the cabinet, which is hilarious to me. Hey, dude, I need you to chill out. Please, I need more money.
Sonya wins.
I've always hated Sonya.
Fight.
I'm worried what they're gonna do about the new Street Fighter movie. I mean, the Mortal Kombat movie coming out. I feel like they're gonna ruin it, honestly. I just hope they don't do anything stupid or woke. I'm just getting my butt kicked, man. Sonya's rough, and this isn't like very easy. Yikes. It's been so long, dude. I don't even know who any of these people are. That's the guy, the striker. He's got a gun, right? This dude's got blades for hands. We're good. Baraka. Yeah, it's like the Street Fighter movie. I think that's gonna be trash, man. I do. I feel like the Street Fighter movie is gonna be garbage. You have the Schultz, the comedian guy. He's supposed to be in it. Like, dude,
Sonya wins.
that was ridiculous, dude.
Fight.
That's what she's gonna keep doing, that kick, huh?
Wins.
Do what you gotta do to win, Captain.
Fight.
And kiss my butt.
Fatality.
Alright, guys. I need to get showered and get ready for 4:30 a.m. for work. So thanks for hanging out, man. I hope y'all had a great Sunday. I hope tomorrow is even better for y'all. I know out here in the Dallas or the Texas, the weather is supposed to be trash this week with rain and scattered storms and all that fun stuff. So, if the same thing for you guys, just be careful, man. Remember, be good to one another. Stay out of trouble. Be blessed. Thanks for hanging out, man. And hope to talk to y'all soon. Be good to one another. Have a great time, and just remember, man, it could always be worse. No matter what you're going through, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.